Okay, I thought this would be a fun change of scenery to talk about some of the glaze pieces that I got back the other day. And long story short, it was a bit of a fail, and I don't think I was mentally prepared for that. I really don't know why. They were supposed to be test tiles. I've never fired anything low fire, and so I had no idea what any of the colors were going to come out like. And obviously, I was trying to maximize the number of colors I was putting on a mug. So they weren't like necessarily designed the way I would normally do pottery. And when they came out, they just looked very different than what I thought they would. So all really good information. It was some of the first times that I've used Underglaze, and so it's just, there's a lot of information here. And so I'm gonna kind of break that down with you guys. Should we go worst to best or best to worst? Maybe we'll mix it up. Okay, before I talk about these, I didn't record, like normally I write down if I do test tiles in a notebook somewhere exactly what glazes I put on each piece and like mark them so that I can reference and how many coats of each thing and stuff like that. I did not do that here. This was very, just did what I felt like and fired it, which now I'm kind of like, what did I put in there? So just letting you know. Okay, we'll start with this one because it's kind of like an odd one. I didn't really throw anything else like this. This is the first mug that we got back. I do actually like this green color way more than I thought I would. I didn't really imagine that I would like that very much. The white and the green are an underglaze, and then I have a zinc-free clear over the top. However, the inside, if you can see, somehow like melted. I think this maybe is a satin matte on the inside. I think it's a light satin matte that I had. I think it may be Seafoam by Amaco. I'm not completely sure why I did this. This is a little weird. None of the other satin matte glazes did that. It may have been a coverage issue, but just the way that it spread, I'm a little confused by this one. I'm not 100% sure. It also doesn't look true to its color. I don't know. I'm a little confused by that one. But I do really, really like the outside. So that's good to know. This is another weird one, okay? This is a weird one. It's a little clownish and not really my thing. The pink is an underglaze color, also from Amaco. It is way brighter than I thought it would be. And I don't necessarily hate that. I just hate it on an entire mug. So, like I did my peonies in this color. So I was a little concerned when I saw this, but I think in a smaller dose, it'll be fine. I think in future, I would mix this with some white and it'll lighten this pink up into the shade that I imagined it would be. So, and I think it was just multiple coats. It didn't appear how I thought it would be by the end of it. So this is an underglaze, and then this is like a turquoise blue underglaze as well. And yet again, on the inside, I did a satin matte, and this one looks way better. Now I have realized I don't love the satin matte finish, and that may just be because I don't love I'm still kind of digesting why I don't like it. It may just be the color in such a large dosage I don't really love, and the fact that I don't really love the mug as a whole. I think if maybe it was banded somewhere on the exterior of a pot, I wouldn't hate it as much. I also just think it may be the glossy with the satin matte. It just looks weird to me. It just looks weird. If the whole mug was satin matte or the whole mug was glossy, I don't think the color would bug me as much, you know? So there's this mug. This one is perfectly usable. This one actually fired well. The first one I would not sell. So I may use this at the house just for fun, but not throwing it away. But just not really what I imagined it would be like, and not something that really represents me as an artist or my brand. So we're just gonna move on. You win some, you lose some. I lost all here. This is another kind of in a similar shape. I was trying to do like mimic like terrain lines / like tree stump lines. I don't really know what I was going for here. I was just kind of like, I'm gonna try some lines. So this is what came out. This again, the green is so bright. It is like minty toothpaste bright. Like that is a lot. I do like this darker green color that is in here. It's more like a teal. Oh, did you hear my hip? It's more like a teal, which I actually don't mind. In a larger dose, I think I would like that. The inside, yet again, I'm a little confused. I think it's my almost teal glaze, coyote glaze, but it looks quite blue. And so part of me is like, did I underglaze in here? I'm a little confused by that. This is the other one that I really just don't know what's in here. So this one and this one are a complete mystery to me. So yeah, this is good information. I think if I used this in future, I would again mix it in with something or use it in a much smaller dose. It's just quite an odd green color to me. Okay, now we're getting into some of the better ones. This is the worst of the better ones. Here's one I made. This one also is completely usable. The handle's a little funky. I don't love that handle. I went for kind of like a blockier look to see if I liked it. I don't. I like a much thinner rounded handle. Obviously you can tell I tried to use a lot of colors. So again, here we have that pink color, which I thought would be much lighter, as well as the yellow I also thought would be much lighter. So this is really good to know. It's more of like a nectary, like golden bright yellow. So I actually don't dislike it. It's just not what I thought was gonna come out. So this is good information. The inside again is a satin matte glaze and I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm not a fan. I don't think I really realized it was satin matte when I ordered it. I think I was just thinking it was satin. And so this, and again, I don't know if it would bug me if it was in a smaller dose. Like that is just a really weird green to be the entire inside of a pot in a satin matte when it doesn't match the outside. So I think this one was just a bad call. I don't know how much I'll use the satin matte glazes in for a while. I think it rubbed me the wrong way. I'm scared of them. So yeah, there's this one. It's perfectly usable. It's perfectly comfortable. Again, it's just visually not something that really represents me as a potter. So, and these are the ones that I was really excited about. So these are some of the colors I was really excited about, some of the color combinations I was really excited about. And we have 3, and a couple of them turned out and like finished properly. This one did not. I'll talk about the outside and then I'll talk about what's wrong with it. I do really like this color combo. I don't appreciate the kind of plaid gingham crisscross situation as much as I do just a stripe. So I think I messed up there. I also think I tend to like these colors in combination with white a lot more than I like in combination with the others. When you do like a stripe or a pattern like this, I think this is just like a lot. There's just like a lot happening. And it's like a little bit big. The print on the outside, I just don't think it was quite right. But again, I've never done something like this, so it was like a good test run. It is pretty comfortable. I make some handles a little bigger, so you are more likely to hold them like this. So that's kind of what happened here. That was just kind of a big handle in general, actually. That's a little weird. But I would probably hold my mug like this anyways. So this is a good mug. I do like the combination with the maroon on the inside. However, can you see that? It like bubbled and pulled up quite weird inside. And so I'm gonna have to do some research on why it maybe would have done that. I'm a little confused by that, but that's what we're working with. I don't think I would sell this one. I don't think I personally would call it food safe. I think this was actually just an issue with coverage. I don't think that it was coated enough. I don't know, there's like some crawling in there though. I'll have to figure this one out along with the other one. So that one's weird. The reason I'm so confused by this one is because I have this mug, which has maroon on the inside, and it looks completely normal. Yeah, it looks completely normal. It has some pinholing, but all of them kind of have some pinholing. That's a different issue. But this one crawled and this one didn't, and it's the same glaze. So I'm guessing it's a me issue, not necessarily a firing issue, but I'm gonna have to look. This one I don't think I would necessarily sell. This one I would sell. I do really like these two colors together. Again, that pink, way brighter than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be kind of like a light pink. I think that would have gone with the red quite a bit better. And then the maroon as a contrast on the inside. This one I made before Valentine's Day, and I was just like, I'm going to put all the pink and red on one mug. So, but I did end up really liking this. It's good to have this information. This red I kind of got to use more during Christmas, but I don't know, it's kind of exciting. I kind of like it. So I might mess with red a little bit more in the future, but that's what this is. Again, all of this is pretty much underglaze. Same with the last one. It's a red and a pink underglaze, and then the inside is an actual glaze. Not underglaze. And then the outside's coated in clear. And then my last mug and most successful mug, in my opinion, is this mug. I actually like this mug. I think I would use this mug. Do I think I would remake it the same way again? Probably not. Again, I think I just like the stripe a little bit more than this pattern, or this needs to be smaller. I think I kind of missed the mark with this pattern on the outside. This one you can see the brush strokes much more. I think it's just because it's a lighter color. I think I would have attempted to even those out a little bit better, but I don't mind it. It kind of gives me like a sketched vibe on the mug. I actually kind of appreciate it. Now the inside, I love. This is the only glaze that I really love and reacted really well in the pot. I love it. This is French Blue. It's quite flat, so that's interesting because I tend to use glazes with texture, but I actually really appreciate this, and I think I really, really enjoy it on the inside of a pot. It sealed really well. It fired beautifully. It's a wonderful color. And so this is a glaze that I am seriously considering for some of the unfinished pots that I have bisqued that are in the garage, and you'll see a glazing video coming soon. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about this because this came out really beautifully and I really love it. And that's all 7 mugs that I fired. I think it was successful in the sense that I now have a lot of information moving forward. I think if I didn't have this information, I would have fired the pots that I've currently bisqued and not glazed yet, and probably disliked some of the colors that came out. And so this is really, really good information to have because I think I would have messed them up. It is a little sad because I didn't like them as much as I thought I would. And so I actually went online and ordered some more glazes. I was really excited to mess with Underglaze. I think it's just like quite a bit of work and is not giving me the results, and I will continue to experiment with them, but now I know that I don't necessarily want to do that on every single mug. So I have ordered some glazes that have some more texture, some more definition, and aren't just necessarily a flat glossy glaze. And I am a little worried about using them because a lot of them require layering glazes on top of other glazes. And so I am a little bit stressed about firing in a community kiln. I don't know if they're gonna run. And so there's just like a lot to learn there. So we might end up fixing up my kiln a little bit sooner than anticipated because if there's a mess in a kiln, I want it to be mine and so that I can clean it up. I'm just a little worried, so that they might move and run when you layer them as much as you have to get some of those reactions to happen. So this is a lot of really good information. I'm going to take that forward when planning my other pots. And yeah, I really, really enjoyed them. I have quite a few food safe ones, but I think I'm just going to keep them off the Etsy shop now, and I'm going to have them on my shelf more as test styles to look at. And just to know what all of the glazes look like. And I think the next set that come out of the kiln, I'm gonna put up on Etsy, and hopefully they will be completely successful. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. I wanted to show you some of my first finished pieces. I'm actually gonna use this one. I do like this one. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next vlog.